Well, my friends, happy Words of Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Kathy Weaver, and I am part of the fan club for Delinda Lane and the Fun, Fearless Female global community of Christian women. Does this look like the background for Words of Wisdom Wednesday? Nope. And let me tell you why. For those of you who are in the Kansas City area and beyond, or if you are Chiefs fans from wherever you live, this has been a super incredible season, of course, but also month, and especially this past weekend when we played the Jaguars. Amazing game. Our incredible superstar quarterback was injured. He did come back. But you know what I was thinking about during this game? Do you remember when we were talking about the words of intention that we have every year? Delinda encouraged us to get our word for the year. Karen Higgins has been kind enough to put our word of intention for the year 2023 on a postcard so that we can actually not only proudly display it, but definitely have it with us so that we can keep track of it and keep it in our minds. And that was a clue, by the way. This is my word. And when I saw the game, watched the game, paid attention to the tweets, watched what was happening across the globe, but certainly in the Kansas City area, succession came to mind again. People have asked me when they saw my word succession, oh my gosh, are you quitting? Are you stopping networking? Are you stepping down from your water company? What? Succession doesn't mean quit. Succession doesn't necessarily mean resign. Succession for me means prepare the next team to take over in your absence. And look what happened here for this game. When you pick your word for the year, I feel that you will be aware of that word coming to light, coming to life, if you will, all throughout that year. It's already happened actually several times for me. Several people in my water company actually want to do this as a business. And that's one of my favorite things in the world is to train the teams. But the word succession happened at the game on Saturday. It happened. Patrick was injured. I call him by his first name, by the way. Patrick was injured. And who comes in? Chad Henne. He's our backup quarterback. So kind of like the understudy in a theater production, does that mean they just sit back and do absolutely nothing? Probably not. They're preparing for that moment when anything can happen and they need to step up to the plate, step onto the field in this case, and take over in the absence of the person whose role they will be filling. This was the coolest come to life piece for me, for my word, this quick, this soon in the year. And look what happened. Not only did Chad Henne shine, Patrick's wife, Brittany, actually tweeted, literally, during the game, all right, Brittany Mahomes actually tweeted, anything is possible. Patrick's in the training room getting checked out. And Brittany is on Twitter tweeting, anything is possible. This whole group, this whole team, this whole Chiefs kingdom doesn't panic. They don't take things lying down. We had a misstep. We had a misfire. We had a injury. We had a calamity. And instead of collapsing, what did they do? Punt and pivot. Punt and pivot. Like I say, I just had to let you know that your word of intention, and again, thank you, Delinda, for encouraging us to do that yet again this year. Thank you, Karen Higgins, for putting our postcards out here so that we actually have our words in our hands. But this is the quickest I think my word has ever come to light and life into the year in such a big, big, profound way. What does your word look like? Was it something specific just for you? My word last year was consistency. Lots of people said, what are you talking about? Consistency. Nobody on the planet's more consistent than you. Correct. I love consistency. I thrive on consistency. I require consistency in my world for my world to pivot correctly. I love consistency. And that's why it was my word. I love it. And when people talked about consistency and saw my word, many people would say, tell me about that. But some of the people who know me best are the ones that are like, what'd you pick that for? You already are. I don't do it because I need to be. I do it to put it out in front of people so that we can all take a look at the word. Succession. Are we training the future teams to take over in our absence? What better answer to this whole succession plan thing than what happened to Chiefs Kingdom during the Jaguar game this weekend? What better example of succession? The backup quarterback got us a touchdown, my friends. Kept the play going, kept the play going, kept the play going. Let's throw it down the field. Here we go. No big launch, superstar, da-da-da. Let's just get it down there, do it, do your job. We got this. That's the deal. You don't need to outshine someone else. You need to do the best you can. So when you're called to step in for a person, you're ready to go. Preparedness comes to mind. Never giving up comes to mind. Your moment in the spotlight comes to mind. This whole weekend for me was a huge example of succession. You never know when you're going to be called to step up to the plate, step onto the field, step up on the stage, hold that microphone in your hand, even if you're terrified. Get on a call, get on a video, create a YouTube channel, improve your LinkedIn account, go to a posting party where you know absolutely no one. Succession. And I got to see it in action this weekend. And I just had to share that with you because I thought this was the coolest thing ever to see my word on the field at Arrowhead. It was so cool. So please don't discount not only the power of words in general, but the power of your word. What does it mean? As soon as the light bulb pops on for you, as soon as you realize that what you are all about comes into light and life for other people, we are the examples, my friends. Look at Patrick. Can't hardly hobble onto the field because of his ankle. And instead of letting his team down, after Chad Henne did his thing, scored us a touchdown, Patrick had to come back because of the morale for his team and to prove to the fans, to the planet, that he was okay. And for Brittany to be tweeting during this, anything is possible. She knows the stamina of that quarterback. She knows the stamina of the team. She knows the parts of that team where succession is huge. Somebody gets injured, somebody steps up. Somebody can't make it, somebody steps up. Somebody's not here today, somebody steps up. It's very, very cool to know who your successors are. Okay, just like we talked about your board of directors, the 5 people in your world that are going to be your puller uppers instead of your puller downers. This was a huge weekend for me. I think the Chiefs did okay too. But honestly, succession, and I got to see it in action. It's the coolest thing ever. I just wanted to give you a little bit of words of inspiration today on this Words of Wisdom Wednesday. Thanks, my friends. I'm Kathy Weaver, and I'll see you next week. Go Chiefs!